Hello everyone, welcome to VMware NSX for Beginners tutorial series. In this particular lab exercise, we are going to learn how do we configure logical switching in NSX environment. So with that, let's get started. So click here to start our lab, click here to get access to our vCenter UI, and as you could see that this is our pretty standard vCenter UI. Give a username of our vCenter server as administrator at the rate of vsphere.local. Provide our vCenter server password. Click here to log in. And as you could see that we are successfully logged into our vCenter server. Now let's go and browse our data center. So we could see that we have a data center created named as Go VM Lab Pune DC. Now let's go and browse our cluster, compute cluster A. There we have a two host which are part of compute cluster A. Let's go and browse our compute cluster B. We have a one ESXi host which is part of compute cluster B, and let's go and browse our management and edge cluster. And as you could see that there are two ESXi hosts, ESX4A and 5A, which are part of management and edge cluster, and we also have a NSX controller VM which is also running on our management and edge cluster. Now let's click on the menu, click on networking and security. So that's the plugin which we use it, and that gives us a complete NSX dashboard. Since we are talking about logical switching, so let's click on the NSX logical switches. So click on logical switches, and in the previous exercise, we have discussed about how do we go and create these logical switches, how do we go and create transport zones. So if you have not checked out that lecture, I would recommend you to go and check out the previous lecture where we discuss about logical switch configuration. Now, what we need to do in this particular lab, as we discussed, we need to attach our virtual machines to those logical switches what we created in our previous lab. So this is, as you could see that this is our virtual wire 2, which is a logical switch having a VNI ID as 5001 and that having a name as web tier. So let's go and attach some VMs to our web tier logical switch. So click here, there is the option add VM, and let's go and select our web VMs which are named as web01A and web02A. Click here to add these VMs, click on next, and as you could see that it actually representing us a network adapter. So select each of the network adapter of both of the VMs, click on next, and as you could see that we have a two VMs which are connected to a logical switch named as web tier. And it's pretty straightforward, as you could see that. Click here and you could validate your VM which are connected to that tier or web switch. Now let's go and do the same thing for our app logical switch as well. So this is our app tier having a VNI ID as 5002. Click here, click on add VM. Let's select app-01 AVM. Click here to add this VM. Click on next, and just select the network adapter which you would like to attach to that app tier logical switch. So select that network adapter, click on next, click on finish, and as you could see that we have successfully connected our app VM to our app tier logical switch, as you could see that. Now let's do the same thing for our web DB tier as well. So this is our DB VM. Click here to add this VM. Click on next, select the adapter, click on next, and as you could see that our DB VM is also connected to DB tier logical switch, and we can validate it here. The configurations are done successfully. So what we have done so far, we just have connected our virtual machines to the respective logical switches. Now what we're going to do now, we're going to test the traffic between these virtual machines, the L2 traffic and L3 traffic, right? So let's go and validate the traffic now. Click on the menu, go to host and clusters, and as you could see that this is our web01 AVM which we connected to web tier logical switch. If you want to validate that, click on that VM, click on the network section, and right there you do see that we have a web tier logical switch. That's what our VM is connected to. Click here to access our VM console. Let's execute the command ifconfig, and you do see that the IP of our web VM is 172.16.10.2. Now let's do the same thing for our web02 AVM. That VM is also connected to same logical switch named as web tier. So let's go and validate the IP of this VM as well. And as you could see that the IP is 10.3. So our web 01 is having a 10.2 IP, whereas web 02 is having a 10.3 IP. Now, because both the VMs are connected to same logical switch, which means that they are part of same L2 network. So let's go and generate a ping. So let's go to our web 01 VM and let's try to ping our web 02 VM, which is having IP 172.16.10.3. Now the question to you is, will that ping work or not? Yes. If you said yes, that's absolutely correct. Because the ping will work because we have established L2 connectivity by connecting both the VMs to the same logical switch named as web tier. So press enter key and right there you see that the ping between web 01 and web 02 is working successfully because they both are connected to a same logical switch. Now let's go to web 02 VM and let's see that whether ARP is resolved or not. And you rightly see that the ARP is successfully resolved for 10.2 or the other virtual machine. Now let's go and do the next experiment where what we try to do, we try to generate a ping from web VM to our app VM. And let's see that whether that ping will work it or not. Click on app 0 and you do see that this app VM is connected to a switch named as app tier, which clearly identify that app VM is connected to a different logical segments. Click here to console, run the command ifconfig and look at the IP. The IP is 20.2, which means that our web tier is having a subnet 172.16.10.0, whereas our app tier is having a subnet 172.16.20.0. That's a different logical network altogether. So let's go to our web 01 AVM and let's go and ping our app VM. So 172.16.20.2. And will that ping works? No, the ping doesn't work. Can you guess the reason why the ping works between web 01 and web 02 VM, but the ping doesn't work for web VM and app VM? And if you guessed it, yeah, that's absolutely correct because both the virtual machines are not the part of same logical network or not connected to same logical switch. They both are connected to two different logical switch which are part of two different logical network. And when two systems are connected to two different logical network, we cannot have a simple L2 ping, right? It's a two different network we are trying to communicate, right? That is the reason the ping is not working. We need to have a router in between them to get that ping working, right? So let's go to our app VM. Let's see that whether ARP is resolved. No, there is no ARP entries present for web 01 VM because the ping never went through. Now let's go and do the check out the same connectivity for our DB virtual machine as well. Click on the DB VM and it is connected to DB tier. That's a different logical network altogether, different logical segment altogether. Let's access the console, execute the command ifconfig and look at the IP network. It's 172.16.30.2. So our DB virtual machine is having a different network, 172.16.30.0 network. And let's try to generate a ping from web 01 VM to DB VM. And the question to you, will that ping will work? If you said no, that's absolutely correct. The ping will not work. Again, the reason remains the same because web VM and DB VM are connected to a two different logical segments, which means that they are connected to two different logical networks. And when you are trying to have a communication between two different logical network, it cannot happen at the L2 level. It requires L3 networking and your L3 devices such as router. So as you rightly see that the ping traffic will not go through between app VM and DB VM. Let's check out the ARP resolution and there is no ARP entry is present for web 01 VM. That is expected. So click here to log out, click on log out. So this conclude our lecture on how to configure logical switching in NSX environment. And we also learned how two VMs connected to same logical switch start communicating with each other. But when the VMs are connected to two different logical networks or two different logical segments, they can't have a same L2 level of communication. We need a L3 device to make them communicate. And how do we make our web VM communicating with the app VM? We are going to discuss in our next lecture where we're going to discuss about how do we go and implement distributed logical router. We hope you enjoyed this lecture. Thanks for your time. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you.